A solo canoe can take us to places very few people ever have a chance to experience. Some of those places are many miles away, and others may be at the end of your street. This video is one in a series designed to teach the basics of solo paddling and featuring instructors from Prairie State Canoeists.
This is stuff that I bring on every paddle. Sometimes I bring more than this if I'm going to be doing more than just a gentle paddle, but every time I go out, this is the stuff. Paddle and a spare paddle. Somebody said spare paddle. Great idea. If you dump, you may drop the paddle you're using. And you'll probably get it back again. It'll float, it'll end up in an eddy, but you got to be able to paddle your boat until you get there. Or occasionally a paddle will be pulled out of your hand if it gets caught between rocks or something like that. So it's real good to have a spare paddle in the boat. Your snacks, we got that? Paddling is aerobic activity. You'll burn a lot of energy. This comes in real handy. My lunch. We were starting about 9 o'clock. It's probably going to be a 4 or 5 hour paddle. I put my lunch in it's not waterproof, it's water resistant, in a water resistant bag. And as long as it's not underwater too long, it'll be fine. So I bring two liters of water. If somebody gets a cut, which occasionally happens, it's nice to be able to rinse it out with clean water before you bandage. Painter, we got that, didn't we? But you should have it on at least the bow or stern. The length should be about the length of your boat. Catch on something. You'll see some of the boats out there have a bungee over the bow or stern, and the reason that's there is you can coil the rope up and shove it under that bungee. Here's what I use for a hat. I don't like hats, but I do bandanas. I carry beaners and little bungee cords. It's good to have this stuff in the boat, but if it dumps, there's few things more disconcerting than watching your gear all taking its own separate journey down the river. You'll see a lot of the boats have D-rings or daisy chains cemented into them, and that's what these are for. You just clip your gear in, and then if you dump, pretty much the only thing that's going to be loose is the paddle in your hand, and you hold on to it. Pelican case. This is waterproof. The dump bags are water resistant. This is waterproof. If you carry a cell phone, a GPS, a camera. A lot of car keys now have chips in them, anti-theft chips. They should be okay if they get rain. Something that really can't get wet. Let's see what we've got in here. Rain gear. I said it was going to be partly cloudy. Could it rain if it's partly cloudy? If it was 30% chance of rain, would you still go? Most people would. If you do that 3 times, you're going to get rained on sooner or later. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A warm hat, part of my warm clothing. Don't forget the hat. 30% of your heat loss will be through your head. Wicking layer, warmth layer, warm clothing, sunblock and lip balm, mosquito repellent. In April you probably don't need it. In July you're going to wish you had it. First aid kit, good call whoever said that. It doesn't need to be elaborate. If you're going on a wilderness trip, you'll certainly want to bring a better first aid kit than this. But this has bandages, gauze, adhesive tape, disinfectant, Benadryl, the usual stuff. If you have an unexpected moment, you're going to wish you had this. And a towel, just because if I get wet, I want it to be able to dry off.
Bigger.
A bleach bottle
Bleach bottles works good.
is good.
Okay.
Cut the bottom off a bleach bottle, then you've got the handle for holding it, and the bottom then becomes the top, and you just scoops. Over this course that we're gonna talk about, that'll save your life. Hopefully, most of what we say is gonna make you better paddlers, but these two things are gonna save your life, and that's hypothermia and PFDs. When you decide what PFD you want to get, you're going to want to be thinking comfort for an entire day. We recommend the type 3 PFDs. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 are not wearable, so they don't count for this. Type 1, 2, 3, and 5 each have different qualities. Some are more than you need, some aren't real comfortable to keep on for the whole day. The type 3, the best type, is the kind that we recommend because it's got enough flotation and it's comfortable enough that you can wear it all day. When you try these on, go through the motions of paddling and make sure that they don't chafe, make sure that they're reasonably comfortable. Now when you put one on, you'll notice that you've got straps on the side here. Those straps have to be pulled up tight. And Bill's going to help me demonstrate this.
Okay, what?
Okay? Now, that's not pulled up tight. Watch what happens. I'm in the water, and it's pulling up around my ears, right? Now the water's about here, but my head's coming down here, so I've got a big problem now, right? Help! Help! And there it goes.
Yeah.
See?
That's actually happened frequently.
So what you do, I've got 3 straps on mine. You should have at least 2. And the most important one is the one on the bottom. Because this is the one that's going to stop that from happening. So you want to get these snug enough that it's not quite uncomfortable. Not quite. Help, help, help.
Nah.
That's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Coast Guard regulations require that everybody have a wearable PFD in the boat. I recommend that you wear it. Children under 13 have to wear it. But you have to at least have it in the boat. And there has to be at least one whistle in the boat. Well, one noise-making device in the boat. Whistles